Hello, welcome back to another video. My bad for not uploading at all a lot. I still need to upload a couple more videos I have saved on my computer. I'll get them out soon enough, but right now I'd like to talk about a little issue with the Swamp Thing, because this goddamn katana last registered was in Louisiana, Louisiana. I don't know where in Louisiana, but that's where it was, and that was in 1996. And it has no theft records or anything, so the VIN's good. I just gotta work on getting a title for it. Anyhow, I've been working on this thing to get it running, and of course, if any of y'all seen the video, I have it running now, and it runs and works, it dries. Well, I had two small issues with it that were preventing me from, being able to fully make it work, like really work. I mean, it was working, but it was working like dog trash, And so the first issue I had was whenever it would get hot, right? And this only happened when it got hot. It was cold fine whenever it was cold, but when it got hot, issues. First one, and I figured that one out. Whenever I would go, get hot, and all of a sudden I would stop. The RPMs would go, and then the bike would die. Well, I was like, okay, well that's weird. Why is it doing that? Is it starving for fuel? It sounds like it's starving for fuel, or it's getting too much. Well, I looked at the hose right here. I replaced it anyways, because I was just like, whatever. It's not the exact length, the original hose, because I'm running an 1998 to 2006 petcock on my gas tank. So I had to get a new hose and put it and extend it over there, which is where it fits. And I was like, okay, well, maybe that's the issue. Nah, turns out it wasn't. Turns out, I opened the bowls. I had put aftermarket float bowls in there, and my dumb self decided to not adjust them at all, or not know how to actually adjust them. And so I just put them in there and thought, oh, it'd be all right. Nah, it wasn't all right. It was getting too much fuel in it, and it was killing the bike. So I got the OEM ones, put it back in, adjusted those, and it seems to be doing way better. And stop that issue, in fact. And the second issue I had is it loves the high idle. Well, how I fixed that was I checked the boots, right? First thing they always say, check your boots, see if you have air leak. Okay, I tightened them down, I turned it on, it was high idling. I sprayed every single one of the boots. I would spray it and it wouldn't go up. And I was like, okay, that's weird. It's not in the boots at all. Because I did have an air leak once on the boots, and then I tightened down on it and it stopped. What I could do though is this Venturi hose that comes off the top of the carburetor, where this triangular piece is, right there. The camera's focusing on where my finger's pointing. That triangular piece comes up, over, and down. It's a little vent hose for the carbs, and somehow air was getting sucked in through it, not pushed out. So I was like, that's weird. I got a leak somewhere. Because when I spray this, it would the bike would rev up and stuff. I'm like, okay, so something's wrong with these two carbs. Anyhow, I took it off, look at them. I took them apart. I thought, oh, maybe it's the hose. So I put some little clamps on it. Nah, it's not in the hose. It's still doing the same thing. Yeah, the little triangular piece, I meant, not the hose piece, not this, I meant that. But put some clamps on it, and I thought, oh, that'll fix it. Nope, sure didn't fix it. What I did is I took off the carbs. I was like, well, they talked about Venturi issues. These little things, the Venturi. This is the vent thing, not the Venturi. Stupid dummy. The little plastic Venturis that go up and down inside of here. I thought they said there was an issue you could have with those. And I was like, that's weird, because they're moving up and down, but it's, acting weird. So I was like, I'll just take a look at them. Turns out, I unscrewed these two. I actually unscrewed all four of them. But this one, when I unscrewed it, there was a little corner piece of it that was crimped underneath it, just enough that it was allowing an air leak through. And when I undid it, I'm like, oh, that's weird. That's not supposed to be like that. I pulled it back up, put it in its place, and I was like, none of the other ones came out like that. And so what was happening, I think, was when the bike was cold, it had enough seal to stop it, but when it was getting warm, that rubber was getting malleable and it was being sucked in by the engine from it going up, and it was creating this area for the engine to suck through. And so I put it up, put it back in its spot, tightened down on it, and it fixed it. So if y'all have any type of issue with the bike revving up high, you've checked the boots, you've checked everything else on it, and it's still doing that, check the tops, check those little plastic sliders, check the rubber thing around it, because if it's crimped or like not even in the right place, it'll have an air leak, guaranteed. Alright, well, I hope that helps out sewing, because I've been fighting this issue for about 2 weeks now. 2 weeks of my mind going like, ooh, what's going on here? Maybe I'll try this, maybe I'll try that, and losing it, you know? So hopefully that fixes it, and you know, helps out someone else, for the love of God, because some things are very hard to find on this bike. Anyways, see you soon.